Check, check, check.
Go back to the top of the order up to
Okay, welcome everybody. We're about ready to get started. We apologize for the late start. That's baseball though, so the game in front of us between the Shawnee Wolves and the OCS Saints went long. We were originally supposed to start at 7 p.m. It's going to be about 8:15, 8:20 before we start. So I am Scott Harper with NobleBears.tv, and I'm joined this evening by my partner, Randy Kersey. How you doing this evening, Randy?
I'm good. I'm ready to go.
Yeah, no kidding, man. I think you and I both got here around 6 or a little bit before, and
Yeah.
So we've been at the ballpark for a little over 2 hours, and so we're ready to get started.
We're kind of weird though. We can sit and
Yeah.
watch ball games.
Yes,
That
we
doesn't bother a
can.
guy like you and me.
I could watch two teams that I know nothing about, and
Right.
I just enjoy the game of baseball. So, regardless, the Noble Bears will be the visiting team this evening, and against the Piedmont Wildcats. Piedmont's out in the field going through their warm-ups and before the start of the first inning. And why don't we go through lineups, Randy? Since the Bears are batting first, I'll go ahead and do Nobles. And,
Okay. Then I'll set the defense.
Yep. And leading off for the Bears this evening will be number 7, Carter Golish. Batting second will be number 10, Kason Anglin. Batting third will be first baseman Colin Fisher. Batting fourth will be number 8, Chris Lavelle, playing third base. Batting fifth, number 16, and playing catcher, Braden Harper. Batting sixth, and number 12 for the Bears, and playing left field, Cooper Nash. Batting seventh, number 33 for the Bears, Colin Thomas. He'll play right field, I believe that says. Randy, is that right?
He's DH. Or no, Colin is in right. That's
he's
right.
in right field. Okay.
You're right.
Devin Knight will bat eighth. He is number 3 for your Bears. He is the DH this evening. And hitting in the 9-hole, number 6, and getting his second varsity start, freshman Bryson Carey, and he'll play at second base this evening for the Bears. So that's your batting lineup for the Bears and your starting lineup for the Bears. Randy, what do we got for the Piedmont Wildcats?
So Piedmont will, as the home team, will take the field, and so around the horn, it'll be Fidel Hatch at third, Gabe Clyden at short, second baseman will be Jacob Coop, first base Cole Gerard, Weston Thomas in left, Trey Miggle in center, and Cole Riggs in right. On the mound is Jordan Askew, who is a lefty, second lefty we've faced in a row.
In 2 nights.
Kind of a tall, rangy kid. And behind the plate, Noah Smith is doing the catching for Piedmont.
All right. So, thank you very much, Randy. And we're at Ed Skelton Memorial Park in Shawnee, Oklahoma. This is Game 3 of the Choctaw Festival, and I'll hand it over to Randy.
So leading off, Carter Golish, he takes high and away for ball 1 for the Bears. Carter comes in today hitting at an even 400, 14 for 35. Askew misses up high for ball 2, 2 balls and no strikes. Carter out in front. That ball's down. Another fastball misses, so 3-0. So we can be picky here.
Yeah, absolutely.
Get the base runners going.
Do your job as a leadoff. Get on base.
That's right. Anglin on deck. Colin Fisher in the hole for the Bears. 3-0 pitch is up and in. And Askew walks him on 4 pitches. So that brings up Kason Anglin. Kason batting from the left side. And third baseman for Piedmont is in on the grass expecting a bunt or the possibility of one. And he squares and he lays a good one down. And third base comes over. He did not, he bobbled that ball. He charged it. He knew it was coming.
Yep.
He got there, but he didn't field it cleanly. He got a hold of it, but not in time. So Bears have got something going. First and second, nobody out. Colin Fisher up the plate.
Yeah, Kason showed that speed right there, Randy. And getting down the line and beating out that throw from the third baseman. So really nice job there by Kaysen. And
Yep.
there's that small ball,
Laid down a
that
good, yep.
that Coach Hughes likes to play in
Right.
in situational at times during the game. So
Colin Fisher up 2 homers, 12 RBIs this year. He takes strike one. Looked like a breaking pitch from lefty Eskew. Colin hitting 345 and good speed on the bases, so need Colin to find a gap here if he can.
playing pretty deep in right field.
Yeah. Well, he just misses with a fastball there. 1 ball, 1 strike. Nobody out for the Bears. Got the first 2 runners on, first and second. Golish at second and Anglin at first. Swings through that fastball. 1 ball, 2 strikes. On the inner half, and Colin tried to turn on that, but he just swung through it. Got kind of leaning back a little bit there on his swing. Here's where you want to cut that swing down, just put it in play. Ball's low in the dirt.
Good take there, Colin.
Yep. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Again, nobody out top of the first here for the Bears. Two pitches grounded softly to second. They're not going to be able to get 2, but they do get Colin at first. But, you know, a productive out, you pull the ball, you get that runner to third and move over. So
Yeah,
that was a ground out to second baseman Coop.
And the Wildcats come into this evening's game 10-2 on the season, Randy. So they're playing really good baseball and
good 5A team.
Yeah,
so
good program.
Chris level up. Chris has raised his average the last couple of days. Maybe the only Bear that has, but he's at 310.
Yeah, him and Braden are about the only 2 that have. So
yeah, he's got a homer and 11 RBIs. Back and clean up. He pops that one up high, and that's going to settle the third baseman under it, and he's got it. Doggone it. First pitch, pop up for the second.
I think he did that last night in his first at bat against Bigsby as well, Randy, on that very first pitch, and he hit it to center field, and he wasn't able to get it down. But
Braden Harper, catcher, steps in. Braden hit the ball well last night. 2 out. Need a little base hit here. Ball's outside. Ball 1 from Askew. One and 0, 2 out. Bears got runners at third and second. The ball's in the dirt. Nice job of blocking by the catcher, Noah Smith, back there. Ball's up. 3 balls, no strikes. So Askew having a little control problems. He's behind 3-0. You give him the green light here?
No, Randy, I tell him to take.
Yeah, I think
Make
so.
Askew throw him a strike and then let him swing away.
Yeah,
so
Cooper Nash on deck.
Yeah, Cooper moved up in the lineup this evening. So
that one's down the middle for strike.
Yep.
Upper part of the zone, but still got the call there. 3-1.
58 degrees this evening in Shawnee, Oklahoma.
That's downright balmy compared to what we've been playing in, Scott.
Yeah, wind out of the north at 10. So
Ball 4 low and away. So that loads them up for Cooper Nash, senior.
I want to give a shout out to Julie Nash, who is listening, hopefully listening this evening in Kansas City, Missouri.
Hello, Julie. So we got a courtesy runner coming in for the catcher. Harper. 2.
Yes.
Yeah, number 2.
Derek Davis.
Derek Davis is in. Courtesy run at first. So Cooper Nash steps in. Cooper has hitting 276, 11 RBIs this year for the Bears, and he got a good shot here, and there's a bounder up the middle, slow roller. And, boy, nice play by the second baseman,
Yeah.
Coop. Really good play. Had to come in there to the middle and throw off balance across his body, and Cooper can run, too, so that was not a –
Wasn't an easy play.
no, but doggone, the Bears leave in at second and third. And
No, bases loaded.
Yep, bases loaded. That's right. Got the walk. So there were no runs, no hits, and 3 men left on base. So we go to the bottom of the first. Bears nothing, and the Piedmont Wildcats coming to bat.
We'll be right back on NobleBears.tv.
So we're back at Shawnee Memorial Park, Ed Skelton Field, for where the Bears are taking on the Piedmont Wildcats tonight. Bears left them loaded in the first, Scott, and doggone, that's what we've been still struggling offensively.
Yeah.
So
yeah, we got to
get that 2-out hit, got to get that hit with those guys in scoring position. But so on the mound, Jake Williams. Jake making his first start of the year. He has pitched in 2 games. This is his 3rd appearance, but first start. He's 1-0 with a 4.33 ERA. And he comes in there just a little low to leadoff man Cole Riggs, the right fielder.
I know this young man personally, Randy. I've known him for about 8 years. Great kid, great family.
Squares to bunt and leaves it up high. 2 balls, no strikes.
When he finishes up high school, he'll be going to Kansas Wesleyan University.
Okay.
Great kid.
That ball's in. Yeah, it was a late call, but I was like, oh, come on, man. That's got to be straight. 2-1 to leadoff man Cole Riggs. And Jake gets that one in there. Foul ball, foul back, 2-2. Evens the count. Jake's done a good job out of relief so far this year.
He has. Done a very good job.
Got the win in Florida in our first game, pitching 3 innings.
Came in relief of Chris, correct?
Yep. Pitched the final 3, gave up, I think, 1 hit, no runs, and Bears came all the way back. There's a grounder to third. It leveled, has it, fires across, and there's one with the first out. So.
And I tell you what I like seeing right there, Randy, was the arm strength on Chris.
Yeah. Chris let that one loose.
Yeah.
He kind of tried to aim one last night when he was playing first. And
yeah.
He
kind of bounced it in there. And
just cut it loose. Gabe Clyden, he is the shortstop for Piedmont. Right-hand hitter. 1 away. Ball's low and away.
Good stop by Harper.
Wind's blowing in, straight in from center right now, according to the center field flag. That's a good pitch in there for strike 1. Bears come in tonight 6-5, Piedmont 10-2. Bears have played a brutal schedule so far. 2 balls, 1 strike.
Yeah, brutal schedule to this point, and it doesn't get any easier either. So, we were talking about that before the game, Randy, and we got more coming to town next Friday on the hills of Lawton Ike on Monday and Tuesday, and then Norman North comes to town on Saturday. So,
Yep. Well, and we got Choctaw tomorrow, so.
Yeah.
2 balls, 1 strike to Clyden. And there's low ball 3. Jake falls behind 3-1. Got to come in with a strike here. On deck, Weston Thomas, left fielder. Dax Pretty, DH in the hole for Piedmont. And he just misses, looked like a little curveball there. Leaves it up. So Piedmont has their first base runner as Clyden goes down to third, brings up Weston Thomas, left fielder, 3-hole hitter. Thomas will hit from the left side. No balls, no strikes, 1 out, bottom of the first. Bears taking on Piedmont in the Shawnee Choctaw Classic. Let's throw over. Clyden gets back easily. Another throw over. Colin knocks it down. That one was in the dirt. A lot of room in foul territory here, Scott. Don't want to be overthrowing.
No, you do not, because it could be a minute before you get that ball back into the infield. So foul territory runs all the way to the edge of Tecumseh, I believe.
There's a good pitch on the outside corner
Nice
in there
pitch.
for a strike. I'm going to go ahead and say it, Scott. As slow as this guy calls balls and strikes, I'm going to call him early probably, and I'm going to be wrong sometimes, okay?
Yeah. He is
So I
really
hope our
slow on his call,
hope our
isn't he?
viewers are patient with me.
Yeah.
No balls, 1 strike. Jake does a good job getting ahead of 3-hole hitter. There's another one on the outside corner. It looked like a breaking ball.
Yes, that was a breaking ball.
0-2. He's ahead quickly to 3-hole hitter Weston Thomas from Piedmont.
Jake has a fastball, curveball, and changeup in his arsenal. So
we're spotting him out there off that corner of that plate. Hits his spot and gets it past him, strike out.
Nice job, Jake Williams.
Jake can run it up there pretty good.
Yes, he can. He's probably throwing low to mid 80s.
Probably, I'd say.
So
He's got, coming into today, he's pitched 4 1/3 innings. As we mentioned, this is his first start. He's got 6 Ks. So more than 1 innings. Pretty good.
yeah.
Brings up cleanup man Dax Pretty. He's a DH, number 29.
Jake is the son of Danielle and Chad Williams. He has a younger brother, Colton Williams, who's a freshman on the Bear roster. So great kid, great family. Chad and Danielle have always done a lot for the Noble baseball program.
Misses low on that one. 1 ball, no strikes to cleanup man Dax Pretty, Piedmont Wildcats. Playing pretty straight away. There's a ball right down the middle. 1 ball, 1 strike for a good fastball there.
I think Jake turned it up a notch there.
Yeah.
He cut loose of that one.
Put a little giddy up on that.
Mm-hmm.
There's a ground ball up the middle. Anglin's got it, and he'll step on the bag for the force for the 3rd out. Good job, Casey Anglin. Good job, Jake Williams. So there's no runs on no hits and 1 man left on base, and we're going to the top of the 2nd. We are scoreless in Shawnee. Bears 0, Piedmont 0. We'll be back in a minute.
Okay, welcome back, everybody. Thank you again for joining us this evening on NobleBears.tv. The Bears and Wildcats knotted up at 0 as we head to the top of the second inning. Leading off for the Bears will be number 33 and right fielder this evening, Colin Thomas. He's a Swiss Army knife this year for the Bears. Has played, I think, every single position besides pitcher and catcher. So,
Maybe not first.
oh yeah, I'm sorry, first and catcher. So,
Yeah.
He'll be followed by Devin Knight and then Bryson Carey. Here's the first pitch of the at bat. Misses up high. Askren.
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 Yeah.
Young man's name pitching for the Wildcats. His last name is Askren. So he falls behind in the count. 1 ball, no strikes. Misses down low there inside. 2 balls, no strikes on Colin Thomas. What's Colin done on the season?
Collins comes in tonight hitting .292. He's got 13 bases on balls, though, so he leads the team in on-base percentage at .541.
There you go. And he's getting ready to get another one, I think, Randy.
Another one, yeah.
Askren falls behind in the count. 3 balls, no strikes.
He's an on-base machine,
yes,
and he can scoot when he gets on there.
Yeah, you're exactly right. He uses that strong lower body to get around the base paths. So
leads the team with 6 stolen bases.
There's a called strike on the outside. 3 balls, 1 strike on Colin Thomas. Son of Katricia and Chris Thomas. Another great family. Swings through that pitch for strike number 2. 3 balls, 2 strikes. No outs. We're knotted up at 0 in the top of the second inning here in Shawnee, America. And Askren gets him swinging. He gets Thomas swinging there for the first out of the inning.
Yep. Came all the way back from 3-0.
Yeah. So 1 out for the Bears. Batter for the Bears will be number 3, junior, and DH this evening, right. Devin Knight.
Yep. Devin's got some pop, and he was really hot down in Florida. He cooled off since we came back. I guess we all have. It's colder here.
Yeah, no kidding.
But,
so Devin swings through that first pitch of the at-bat, falls behind, no balls, 1 strike.
Devin's got a
good
homer,
cut, though.
3 RBIs.
Devin's a young man that we saw it firsthand in Florida. You know, if he gets a hold of it, he's got a strong lower half and a strong core, just like Colin Thomas. He can send the ball sailing. So,
yeah, they're playing him shallow in left, which that could be
a problem.
Could be a mistake if he turns on one.
There's a foul ball back over the first base dugout. Even count goes to 1 ball, 2 strikes on Devin Knight. On deck for the Bears, freshman number 6, Bryson Carey. Here's the pitch. Another foul ball. Devin Knight, you better keep that ball away from my car.
Well, I'll tell you what, Askren better get that ball down in the zone too.
Because
he'll live up there against Devin.
No, he will. He'll
put
drive
a flat
that ball.
side on that ball.
Mm-hmm. Here's the pitch from Askren.
Well,
I think it might have got him, but no. Okay, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Askren misses up high there on the breaking ball. 1 out for the Bears. Askren gets Devin Knight swinging there for out number 2 of the inning.
It looks like Askren's got really good movement on the ball down in the zone, which is kind of unusual.
Mm-hmm.
Usually you get to good movement on that ball up when it's up a little, but he's tall, rangy lefty.
Yep. So Askren comes set. He throws out to the stretch as well. So here's the pitch. Bryson fakes the bunt. There's a called strike. Bryson was 0 for 2 last night.
0 for
Randy?
3
0 for
last
3?
night. Did reach on an error.
On an error? Okay.
Kind of hustled down that line on a bobble.
On a
bobbled bunt.
Yeah. So no balls, 1 strike on Carey.
Yep.
Swings through that pitch. Kind of a breaking ball out of the zone and away. Fooled Bryson there a little bit. So no balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs.
Cut that swing down, put it in place somewhere. Bryson's got some speed.
Yep. Stephen was giving me a hard time about my comment about his getting his speed from Mindy last night that I made. So
Yeah.
So Bryson fouled that pitch back. Count remains no balls, 2 strikes. So seems to be seeing the ball a little bit better. See what the young Mr. Carey can do here. Swings through that. So Askren strikes out the side, and for the 3rd out of the inning, and the Bears go down in order 1, 2, 3, and the score remains 0-0 as we head to the bottom of the 2nd. We'll be right back on NobleBears.tv.
Return on investment. This fast-paced world demands for your products and services to be presented at the moment your buyers need them. Targeted and innovative marketing creates your success. Call AMG today, your marketing partner.
Dr. Matt Dieselhorst at Dieselhorst Sports and Orthopedics can help you get game day ready. Dr. Dieselhorst works with athletes of all ages, taking a coordinated approach to accelerate return to play and maximize athletic performance. His work with pros in sports training, injury prevention, bracing, functional rehabilitation, and imaging works seamlessly with his medical and surgical expertise. Get started by going to Dieselhorst Sports and Orthopedics. Let Dr. Matt Dieselhorst get you back on the field, backing all Oklahoma athletes on the field and off.
Support your school's booster club and get your...
Okay, we are back for the bottom of the 2nd inning. Jake Williams on the mound through taking his warm-ups. Bear infielders meet at the back of the mound, and we're ready to go. So the batter for the Piedmont Wildcats is
Trey Miggle, center fielder, another lefty.
Williams misses up high there for ball 1 of the at-bat.
On deck, 3rd baseman number 11, Noah Smith.
Here's pitch number 2 of the at-bat on Miggle. There's a called strike on the outside half. Nice frame by Mr. Braden Harper there. Good pitch by Jake there as Miggle swings through that.
Tied him up there with that breaking ball in on the hands.
So Jake gets ahead in the count. 1 ball, 2 strikes. No outs for the Bears in the bottom of the 2nd inning. Williams delivers. Gets him swinging for out number 1 of the bottom of the 2nd inning. Good looking pitch by Jake Williams right there, Randy.
Another good breaking ball.
So the batter for the Piedmont Wildcats is
Noah Smith.
Noah Smith, catcher, correct?
I believe he may be playing third.
Third?
Yep.
Third baseman. Yeah. So 3rd baseman for the Wildcats this evening, Noah Smith. Williams misses down low there for the first ball of the at-bat. Williams gets his sign from Harper. Here's the delivery. There's a fly ball into right field that Colin Thomas settles underneath and drops.
Dadgum.
And there's the first error of the evening for the Bears.
We have really struggled defensively this year.
So Wildcats have a runner at first base, and that's going to bring to the plate number 23 for the Piedmont Wildcats. And who is that, Randy, number 23?
First baseman number 23,
Logan Hill. Okay. First at-bat of the evening for Logan Hill. Williams going out of the stretch, obviously, with the runner at first. Here's the pitch. This is outside for ball 1.
On deck, first baseman number 12, Cole Gerard.
So 1 ball, no strikes, 1 out for the Bears. Williams got the first batter of the bottom of the second inning with a strikeout, and then second batter reached on an error. There's a ground ball to Lavelle that he kind of mishandles, cost him the chance at the double play. They get him, he picks it up, throws it over to first for the second out of the inning. So that's going to bring Cole Gerard to the plate for the Wildcats. Number 12.
12, first baseman.
First baseman. So the Bears just kind of having trouble, handling the ball right now. So, which has kind of been the story of the season. Here's the pitch. There's a line drive into center field that Golish moves up under and makes the catch. So Williams does a nice job getting out of the inning after the error in right field by Colin Thomas.
Good low pitch count inning too, Scott.
Yeah, I think maybe, 8 pitches?
Yeah.
So, yeah, nice job by Jake Williams there in the bottom of the second. So we will be right back on NobleBears.tv. Bears 0, Wildcats 0. Come right back.
Thousands of potential customers. Talk about a win-win. Advertising packages start on this streaming station for less than $10 a game. Call 405-726-0835 or email adam@squirtle.com right now for more information.
It's no secret Pioneer Cellular cares about the students of our communities because we're in your communities with more retail locations than any other carrier in Western Oklahoma. It's no secret that we provide opportunities for students to learn remotely with distance learning plans and MiFi devices. We also help these schools live stream their games so family members across the country don't miss the action. We sponsor schools and colleges because your children deserve the best. Pioneer Cellular. It's no secret.
Stream with Oklahoma's #1 high school streaming service, Squirtle.tv. Find out more at squirtle.com/stream.
We're back in Shawnee, Oklahoma, where the Noble Bears are taking on the Piedmont Wildcats in the Choctaw Shawnee Classic. We are scoreless through 2. And we're back to the top of the lineup for the Bears. Carter Golish is leading off. Carter walked his first time up, was stranded at third. And so he steps in against Piedmont pitcher Jordan Askren, who misses in the dirt for ball 1. Askren, a tall, pretty tough lefty. Been a little wild tonight, but struck out the side in the second. So Bears need to get something going here on the offensive end. That's ball 2 inside.
Yeah, and the Bears loaded the bases in the first inning, just couldn't manufacture a run, Randy. So we've got to start putting the play and pushing runs across the plate.
Yeah, we hadn't hit one in the outfield yet. Well, there's
one that's going to drop.
That's going to drop. That's a base hit. Man,
Job, Carter.
That's the old Texas leaguer we talked about earlier. That ball wasn't hit hard enough to dent the blades of the grass, but it doesn't matter. That's a single. That looks like a line drive.
Yeah, and the most important thing is, he's standing at first base. So the Bears have the leadoff runner at first. Nice job, Carter Golish. Kind of went inside out there and just kind of pushed it down that right field line, a little flare. So we'll take it.
So that brings up Kaysen Englund. Kaysen laid down a bunt and then beat it out when the third baseman bobbled it in the first. So we'll see if Coach Eric Hughes is trying to move the runner over again. Third baseman thinks so. He's in on the grass about 2 steps. Kaysen squares and takes that up high for ball 1. you know, I know they haven't seen us, but if he takes the bunt off, Casey can pop that ball the other way. That third baseman might get one.
Right in the jaw.
He might get one that he ain't going to be able to charge. 1 ball, no strikes. Throw over to first. Golish is back. One and 0. Askren comes set. Kaysen squares. Takes it again up high. Throw down to first. Golish is back in time. 2 balls, no strikes. So Kaysen's wanting to bunt, but they're not letting him. Carter not getting a big lead over there with that lefty. You don't see that a lot. Squares the bunt, and he fouls it off down the third base side. Two balls, one strike.
Got to find a way to manufacture a run here, Randy.
Yep. Throws over again. Carter's not got much of a lead over there. They're not going to get him, but throwing over keeps him close because, again, you're having to worry about that move of that lefty. We had a really costly pickoff last night. It kind of really took us out of an inning. There's a curveball. So one of those first bunts attempts, he must have called a strike on because that's strike 3. So Kaysen takes a curveball for strike 3. So we got 1 out. Brings up Colin Fisher, and we need Colin to get hot again.
Yeah, his bat's kind of cooled off the last couple games. So I got all the confidence in the world.
Oh, yeah.
He'll get hot again. So right now would be a good time to do it.
The ball's low and away in the dirt. Nice block there by Harriger, the catcher.
Lavelle waits on deck. Harper behind him.
1-0 pitch. Throw over, they picked him off, and he got him in a rundown. So 2 nights in a row, the Bears get picked off by a lefty. That's costly. First baseman with the put out on that. As Carter did the right thing when he knew he was picked off. He broke for second, but it was just, he didn't have a big enough lead really to.
No.
And
he stopped. He stopped
back.
some, about 3/4 of the way between first and second, and realized he was done. So
there's a curveball, going to be in there on the inside corner, strike. 1 ball, 1 strike to Colin Fisher with nobody on and 2 out. They're in the Bear third. Another curveball that does not break in. Stays inside on the lefty Fisher. Two balls, 1 strike. Here's the pitch. That ball's down. Ball 3, 3-1, calling ahead. Level on deck. Need calling on base here. See if Chris can get one of them gappers. Ball's down. That was close, but ball 4 to Colin Fisher. So Level saw 1 pitch the first time up and popped it up to the third baseman, Smith. So hopefully he'll be a little pickier this time. Or if he likes it, he'll get on it.
Yep.
So Golish was picked off at first, but Fisher takes his place on the bases on balls there. Askren comes set. Ball's low and in, gets away, but not far enough for Colin to move.
Yeah, and so we should have runners at first and second right now, Randy, with the
Mm-hmm.
walk to Fisher and 1 out instead of 2. So, and then who knows? I mean, now those, the runner may have advanced there to third. I don't know. That ball wasn't very far back.
Yeah.
So
That's called strike, low and away, or low outside corner at the knees. So we got 1 ball, 1 strike to Chris Level, cleanup man. Comes in tonight hitting .310, 11 RBIs. Another ball down. On deck for the Bears, Braden Harper.
let's go, Chris.
2-1. Here's the pitch. There's a line drive into right. That's going to fall. Colin is going to go to third. Big throw, and he is got in under the. He got in under that. The throw was high. It was a great throw.
It was a great throw
high.
by the right fielder Cole Riggs. So,
and I thought he was going to get down and get the tag on him.
I thought he was
anyway.
dead in the water as well.
Yeah.
So nice job of getting around that tag and underneath it. So nice play by the third baseman as well, going up and getting that ball and getting that tag.
Getting it back down there. So first and third after the single by Level brings up Braden Harper with 2 outs, and there you go. We don't get picked off. We score a run right there.
You're
Scott.
exactly right, Randy.
So 2 outs for the Bears. So Braden Harper up trying to pick us up here. That ball scoots away, the pass ball, and Fisher's going to come home easily. Level down to second. So the ball's in the dirt, probably a wild pitch, but it doesn't matter. 1-0 Bears.
Yeah, it was a wild pitch for sure. So LaBelle moves over to second. Fisher comes in to score. So got an opportunity here, Randy, to put a 2 spot on the board with an RBI from Harper. So
another base hit here.
Yep.
1 ball, no strikes. Askren, he has struggled with his control tonight. He's been effective, but he's already at 50 pitches, 25 balls, 25 strikes here just in the third. Braden Harper calls for timeout. Make Askren think about all the troubles he's having. Hopefully we can give him some more here. That ball's way outside. It gets away. Level gets a late break. Throws down. He beat it.
Good hustle by Chris.
It was good hustle, but he got a late break. And, boy, I mean, that was here comes Piedmont's coach. That's 2 bang-bang plays that went against Piedmont. And I'm not saying they weren't,
They weren't close and
they got
the wrong call. But I think both they got both calls correct.
Yep.
So
third on another wild pitch. So Askren also not just having trouble finding the plate. He's 2 wild pitches this inning has put him in a bind. So Harper ahead in the count 2-0. He calls time again. Braden trying to get him throw another wild pitch there, Scott. It worked on the last time
Braden doesn't hesitate to play, some mind games when he gets in the batter's box, Randy. So I may have taught him something about that. I don't know.
Well, probably. Ball's down for ball 3, and timeout called by Harriger, the catcher. He's going to go out and try to calm Jordan Askren down. So Bears lead 1-0, 2 out with Chris Level on third. Level's got the only hit off Askren. Fly ball to right.
Well, no, Golish had one.
That's right. Golish had the Texas leaguer there. So we got 2 hits this inning off Askren. So both to right field. So 3-0.
And he's taken here, Randy.
Yep, he takes that one. Looked a little down and in, but
yeah,
it's close. He don't want to swing at that anyway.
Nope.
3-1. Here's the pitch from Askren. And that Might have been the one he wanted right there.
Yeah, that was a good pitch to hit right there.
It's
Up a little bit.
Up and out away from him. He could have really smacked that in the right. It's what you'd like to see. Full count. Askren trying to work his way all the way back from down 3-0. And he gets under it. It's a pop up to short. And that's going to be the third out as Clyden takes that one in. So the Bears leave one stranded at third, but they get one run on 2 hits and a couple of wild pitches. So after 2.5, the Bears take a 1-0 lead. We'll be back on NobleBears.tv after this.
At Maples Nixon Diesel Horse, we've helped a lot of people, and our goal was to treat each and every person like a friend. And as a friend, we've got your back, always. We understand what you're going through. Being lawyers is what we do, but it's not all that we are. We care. We'll stand beside you throughout the entire legal process, not just as lawyers, but as your friends. We are Maples Nixon Diesel Horse, and we are here to help.
We are back at Shawnee Ed Skelton Field, where the Bears lead the Piedmont Wildcats 1-0 after 2.5 innings. Piedmont coming to bat in their half of the third. Bears scored 1 run on 2 hits in the last inning, singles by Golish and Chris Lovell, and could have had some more there. Scott had a guy picked off first, and but Bears putting the ball in play off Askren, who's tough to hit, but wild for the Piedmont pitcher. So Jake Williams is off to a good start tonight, and he's got coming up here leading off the inning, Jackson Harriger, Piedmont catcher, stands in, hitting right-handed. Jake misses high for ball 1. Junior Jake Williams making his first start on the mound, 3rd appearance. Well, that looked right down the middle, but I'm not going to get the call. Must have been up, according to the ump. 2-0 to 9-hole hitter Jackson Harriger. He swings through that high fastball, which was more of a ball than the last one.
Yeah. I would agree with you 100%, Randy.
Yep. 2-1. Jake delivers. Ball's just off the outside corner. 3 balls and a strike. So leadoff man, catcher Jackson Harriger's worked a 3-1 count here. Jake's got to come into him. There's a fly ball into center field, shallow center. Golish coming in, Anglin going back. Kaysen Anglin makes the play.
Nice job, Kaysen. Good job, Jake Williams, getting the first out of the inning. So,
you know, it's a big inning. You score and take a lead in a tight game. You want to throw an O at them in the bottom half and start getting in their head a little bit.
Yeah, and they're now they're top of their lineup. So,
yep. Top of the order, Cole Riggs, right fielder. Cole grounded out in the first. Jake bounces that one for ball 1. I believe Cole grounded to
59-foot strike.
Yep. I believe Cole grounded to third.
He did.
First inning. Yep. There's a good pitch. I don't know if it was a breaking ball or a changeup, but it was a little off speed.
Yeah. So Braden Cole is actually a former teammate of both Braden and Chris Lavelle.
Chris playing him in on the grass over there.
Yeah. Cole's got great speed.
He squares the bunt and takes strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Jake Williams throwing well tonight.
Want to thank the 414 viewers that have joined us this evening.
And the check swing, ball gets away. I believe he did hold up on the swing. So
Yeah, I think he did as well.
Two balls, 2 strikes. He probably wishes he'd have went ahead and swung. He'd probably stand on first right now. 2 balls, 2 strikes to leadoff man Cole Riggs for Piedmont. Here's the pitch from Jake. Curveball. Got him. Froze him. Outside corner.
I don't think the mayor, Cole Riggs, liked that call very much, Randy, but I thought it was a really good pitch. So
yeah, it's a good pitch. Two strikes you got to protect.
Yep, you do. So
Gabe Clyden, the shortstop, up. Clyden walked his first time up. Was stranded at first, in the first. And there's a check swing. We going to appeal that? Appeal it.
Yeah, I think they are, and they did.
And they did. Got the strike. So another one of those. If he'd hit it, had been a double. No balls, 1 strike. To Gabe Clyden, shortstop for Piedmont. He squares and takes ball. 1 ball, 1 strike.
What's Jake's ball strike ratio, Randy?
Jake's he's 34 pitches, 21 strikes. There's a ball. So he falls behind 2-1. 2 out. Here in the bottom of the third, Bears leading 1-0. Now he misses again, low and away. So 3-1. So let's don't lose him and get to that 3-hole hitter here, Jake. And ball forward is down, so 2-out walk brings up the 3-hole man, Weston Thomas, left fielder, left-hand hitter. Jake handled Thomas in the first, struck him out swinging for the 3rd out, so we're ready for a repeat performance.
We will be just fine with that.
Yeah. Be interesting to see if they send Clyden. He's shortstop and he batting 2-hole. He looks like he can probably run. He's getting a decent lead over. Jake throws over. Moves him back.
Well, and if he gets thrown out, then
you got your 3, 4, 5. So not a. If you can get him over in scoring position, get a base hit, you tie the ball game probably. There's swinging strike 1. It's a good fastball there on the lower half, or at the knees on the outside part of the plate there.
There goes a runner.
And there goes a runner. Ball's in the dirt and don't really have a chance at that. Overthrow, but Golish is there to back it up, so good job, Carter. Clyden's going to get the stolen base. And we got 1 ball, 1 strike to 3-hole hitter Weston Thomas. And there's a good pitch, breaking ball in there for strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. So So 2 men out, runner in scoring position is the tying run. And Weston Thomas, the left fielder, is at the plate for Piedmont. He fouls that one off out of play down the left field line. So we'll do the 1-2 pitch again. I froze him on the outside corner. Good pitch there. Good job, Jake Williams. Getting out of a mini jam there, but gets the strikeout on Weston Thomas. So at the end of 3, It is 1-0 Noble Bears over the Piedmont here, and we'll be back to Shawnee after these messages.
Is it time for your school or business to purchase a new phone system? Give the experts at Versatile Networks a call. In most cases, we can provide a phone system with brand new phones for less than your current monthly bill. Call us for a free quote today.
Allegiant Marketing Group produces inbound lead generation for our clients through integrated traditional and digital campaigns. We continuously develop new strategies, tactics, and productive efficiencies so you can reach your target market and get a measurable return on investment. This fast-paced world demands for your products and services to be presented at the moment your buyers need them. Targeted and innovative marketing creates your success. Call AMG today, your marketing partner.
We are back in Shawnee, America, for the top of the fourth inning between the Piedmont Wildcats and your Noble Bears. Leading off for the Bears this evening in the top of the fourth inning will be senior number 12 and Cooper Nash. Cooper's playing left field tonight, Randy?
Yeah, left field.
Yeah, left field. So, one more time, I'll give a shout out to Julie Nash in Kansas City, Missouri. Hopefully you're tuned in this evening. So Cooper's grandmother was nice enough to tell me before the start of the game how much she's enjoyed watching the broadcast and watching Cooper and the Bears play. So thank you for tuning in, Julie, and we appreciate it so much. So we are ready for the first pitch of the at-bat on Cooper Nash. Askren comes set. There's the pitch. Misses outside with the ball.
Cooper grounded to second first time up.
Yeah, with the bases loaded, right?
Yeah.
Second baseman had a really nice play behind the mound.
Yeah, clutch play there by the second baseman.
So 1 ball, no strikes on Nash. Here's the pitch. There's a foul ball. Catcher comes back and not going to be able to get there. He reaches the stands where the Noble faithful are sitting. So 1 ball, 1 strike on number 12, senior Cooper Nash. Askren is at how many pitches, Randy?
So he is at 58 pitches, 29 strikes, 29 balls. We need to make him pay for his kind of his wildness tonight, but we really hadn't done that. Had him on the ropes a couple times.
Yeah, we have. So
it's one of those games too. You know, we're kind of late in this festival, and you really want to get into their bullpen here because nobody's probably got a whole lot of a bullpen left.
Wouldn't think, right? Here's the pitch from Askren. There's a hard ground ball back at the pitcher. Askren fields it, throws over to the first baseman for out number 1 of the inning. Wildcats throw it around the horn. That's going to bring to the plate number 33, junior, Colin Thomas, playing right field this evening for your Noble Bears. And Thomas struck out in his first at-bat in the first inning or second?
Second.
So the Bears are making Askren work for it. He's up at around 60 pitches now, so there's a fastball that misses up high for ball 1. He hasn't gotten ahead of a lot of the batters, Randy. He's kind of struggled to get on top, so Askren comes set. He throws out of the stretch. Here's the pitch. Thomas fouls that one right back at us. Devin Knight hustles over.
He's on it. He's on the timing of it, just a little bit under it there.
Yeah, and, you know, something I've been thinking about, Randy, is the Bears just haven't put everything together in one game, and the bats, the pitching, you know, pretty good effort against Tate down in Florida last week. But here's the pitch from Askren. Curveball that Misses down low and in.
Big curve. That thing broke a
Yeah.
lot.
So 2 balls, 1 strike, 1 out for the Bears here in the top of the 4th inning. Colin Thomas is your batter. Devin Knight waits on deck. Here's the pitch. There's a foul ball back towards my vehicle again. That's gonna make the count 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. And I think the Bears, we keep bringing up Askren's pitch count, and that's gonna come back to bite him, I think. But he looks good on that pitch, on the breaking ball that he gets Thomas swinging for out number 2. And that's going to bring to the plate number 3, junior Devin Knight.
Devin struck out swinging. In that second inning, Askren struck out the side. So he got good stuff. He just kind of wild. One of them wild lefties.
There's a line drive single into right field from Devin Knight. Nice job of hitting there by Devin Knight.
That's good to see.
That's good to see. You're exactly right. So he jumped on that first pitch of the at-bat and just shot it into right field. And right fielder Cole Riggs fielded it, got it back into the Wildcat infield. But that's going to bring to the plate number 6 for your Noble Bears and freshman Bryson Carey. So Carter Golish waits on deck, so the top of the Bear lineup is right there waiting. So let's see if Bryson can get his first varsity hit here, Randy. Be good to see, right?
Yep, absolutely. So their third baseman's well in on the grass.
Bryson swings through that pitch. No balls, 1 strike on
Bryson
Carey.
really got out on his front foot there.
Yeah.
You know, it's tough. You come in as a freshman, you're just not used to seeing curveballs and then the speed of the fastball. And so a little bit of an adjustment period.
Oh, nice
there you
job
go.
by Bryson Carey down the left field line that Devin Knight holds at second base. So nice job getting your first varsity hit, Bryson Carey. Well done, young man.
Rolls the
Congratulations.
lineup over.
Yeah,
Good
so
job.
we get back to the top of the lineup, as Randy mentioned. And Carter Golish, number 7 for your Noble Bears. And what's he done this evening, Randy?
So Carter has walked and singled.
Okay.
Singled just over the first baseman's
That's right.
head.
Yep, little Texas leaguer, right?
Yeah. And walked, was stranded at third in the first, and kind of got picked off after that single he had back in the third. So
good time for
2
Carter.
out. Yeah, we need to barrel one up here. Bryson's got good speed.
Yeah.
Get a gapper here, he'll score.
Askren misses outside there for ball 1 of the at-bat. Batter is Carter Golish, son of JT and Kara Golish. Askren struggling a little bit. Randy falls behind 2-0 on Carter Golish here with runners at first and second for the Bears. So this is exactly what we wanted to see. Just tremendous job by Bryson Carey rolling lineup over there. So he just shot that ball in the left field, and I really thought he was going to get 2 out of it, honestly. So
used his hands.
Yep. Askren misses down right there for the third ball of the at-bat. So 3 balls, no strikes, 2 outs. What do you think, Randy? You give I don't give Carter the green light here. You got still relatively early in the game.
I kind of think I do, and only for this reason. He's been our hottest hitter this year, and Kaysen has struggled.
Yeah. Well, let's see what happens here. Askren comes set.
It's an imperfect science, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. And Askren misses down low for ball 4. So the Bears have loaded the bases in the top of the 4th inning, and they've got something going here. Let's see if Kaysen England can make Askren and the Wildcats pay.
Yep.
So, but that's gonna draw a visit from the Piedmont pitching coach.
Good time for Kaysen to break out right here. He's due. He's due.
He is absolutely due. So,
we've seen more often than not this year above average pitching. Obviously,
yes, we have.
for the teams we've played. And And you know, a good high school pitcher might throw 80.
Mm-hmm.
We've seen a lot of guys
Throwing
well
85,
above that,
85,
well
close to
above
90.
that,
So
all year. And so, you know, I know we've kind of, us and the coaches, and you know, we've kind of agonized a little bit over our not hitting the ball, but you have to understand we're not going to see that kind of pitching all year.
no, we're not. So
And you don't learn to hit it unless you see it. And so it's you know, at 80 miles an hour, just at 80 miles an hour, you got 0.4 of a second to decide whether to swing
Yep.
that bat, to decide whether to swing it, and to get it on the right place.
and get in the, yeah, exactly.
And you know, I used to tell my kids when I was coaching Little League, you know, that computer between your ears has got to start churning about the time you see the ball in the guy's hand, and you've got to pick up the spin. You've got to decide if it's a ball or a strike. How fast is it coming?
Yeah.
And you got 0.4 of a second at 80 miles
Make
an
a
hour.
decision to.
And we've been facing guys faster than that.
Yep. Yep.
So
Well, there's a reason why
this
they
is
say
a
it's the
hard
most,
game.
There's a reason why they say it's the most difficult
Yep.
sport to compete in.
This
So
is a hard game.
all right, so we're set. Bases loaded for the Bears. Top of the 4th inning. Junior Kason Anglin in the box. Here's the pitch. Ashburn misses up high. 1 ball, no strikes. On Junior Kason Anglin. Number 10 for your Bears and shortstop this evening. Let's go, Kason Anglin. Swings through that.
Yeah, that ball was down.
Yeah. So 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs. A base knock here, Randy, would go a
Yeah.
long way for
Probably
Kason's
going to score
confidence.
2 because with
Yeah.
2 outs, you're moving on anything hit. So, and got good speed at second.
Mm-hmm. Ashburn comes set. Here's the pitch. Misses outside and then away and in the dirt. So he falls behind another batter here. 2 balls, 1 strike.
Kason just needs to use those hands like we know he can do, and
Yeah.
just pop that thing out there in the left field.
Mm-hmm.
Get a pitch on
Here's
the
the
outside
pitch.
part like that
Misses
one, but
outside.
it's a little too far out.
Yeah. So 3 balls, 1 strike on Junior Kason Anglin, number 10 for your Bears. Colin Fisher, number 18 for your Bears, waits on deck. And let's see what Kason and the Bears can do here in the top of the 4th inning with the bases juiced. Ashburn gets his sign, comes set. Checks the runner at second base.
Pickoff attempt.
And
Just gets
nice
back.
job by Bryson Carey getting back safely. And I'm kind of surprised, you know, Devin has really good speed, Randy.
Mhm.
He might have been able to make that because of the way the ball, you know, the pickoff was
Mhm.
thrown. So, but regardless, the runners hold, bases are loaded. Kason Anglin is your batter. 3 balls, 1 strike. Let's see if Kason can work a walk here or get a base knock. And
Ball
there's a
4.
outside pitch for ball number 4 by Askren.
2-0 Bears.
Devin Knight comes home after that single earlier in the inning, and Kason Anglin hustles down to first base, and that's going to make the score 2-0 in favor of the Bears.
All this trouble with 2 outs too. A
Yeah.
2-out single by Devin Knight. So clutch.
Yeah, for
Good
sure.
job. And then another one by Carey. Here's Colin.
Go Colin Fisher. Askren misses
All the
outside.
way.
He's struggling, Randy, and
Yep.
you got to think they don't want to give Colin anything good to hit. You know, he's
Yeah,
kind of cooled off, but you put something, you know, nice and fat in there, and Colin's going to drive it, and
Yeah, it's
he's going to get extra bases on it, and it's going to score
Right.
at least
Well,
a couple runs. So
it's getting to the point where he's going to have to just go with his fastball and try to get the middle of the plate because you got no place to put Colin. So
Yeah.
Colin ought to get good pitches to hit
he
here.
should. Here's the pitch from Askren. Fastball that misses down and away. 2 balls, no strikes. 2 outs for the Wildcats in the top of the 4th inning. The Bears have pushed 1 across already in the top of the 4th. Lead 2-0 over the Piedmont Wildcats. The Bears have 4 hits on the evening. Here's the pitch.
There
And
we
there's
go. That's
yeah.
a good rip.
That was a good rip by Collins, so he fouls that one back. 2 balls, 1 strike.
Just a little behind that.
Yeah, he was a little bit behind it, so the Wildcat defense on the right side playing deep, and then up the middle as well. There's a line shot down the right field line.
That ball's gonna fall.
It's going to fall for a single by Colin Fisher. Cole Riggs with a great throw in to hold just the Bears to 1 run. So Colin with the RBI single makes it 3-0 in favor of the Bears, and that might be it for Askren this evening.
Second visit.
Yep. So we'll take a quick break. Bears lead 3-0 over the Piedmont Wildcats. We will be right back on NobleBears.tv.
Dr. Matt Dieselhorst at Dieselhorst Sports and Orthopedics can help you get game day ready. Dr. Dieselhorst works with athletes of all ages, taking a coordinated approach to accelerate return to play and maximize athletic performance. His work with pros in sports training, injury prevention, bracing, functional rehabilitation, and imaging works seamlessly with his medical and surgical expertise. Get started by going to Dieselhorst Sports and Orthopedics. Let Dr. Matt Dieselhorst get you back on the field, backing all Oklahoma athletes on the field and off.
Support your school's booster club and get your business in front of thousands of potential customers. Talk about a win-win. Advertising packages start on this streaming station for less than $10 a game. Call 405-726-0835 or email adam@squirtle.com right now for more information.
It's no secret Pioneer Cellular cares about the students of our communities because we're in your communities with more retail locations than any other carrier in Western Oklahoma. It's no secret that we provide opportunities for students to learn remotely with distance learning plans and MiFi devices. We also help these.
We are back on NobleBears.tv, and the new pitcher for the Piedmont Wildcats is Jacob Newinghouse, number 2 for the Wildcats. The batter for the Bears will be number 8, Chris Lavelle, senior, son of Diane and Mike Lavelle. Nephew?
Cousin.
Cousin of
Mike is my first cousin.
Okay, all right. So cousin of my partner in crime, Randy Kersey. So the Bears got something going here, Randy. Bryson Carey's at third, Carter Golish at second. Is that Carter at second or Kaysen?
Kaysen's
at second. So, and Carter's at third.
Right.
I apologize. Carter's at third, Kaysen's at second. And Colin Fisher, after the RBI single before we went to break and make it 3-0 Bears, is at first base.
13th RBI of the year.
Nice job.
The team.
Nice job, Fish. We used to call him Little Fish. We can't call him Little Fish anymore.
No.
I know he's bigger than I am, so.
Yeah, you start looking up to them 17-year-olds. Mm-hmm. It's like, wow.
Yeah. So I'm looking out there, Randy, and look where the Piedmont Wildcat defense has really shifted to their right in the outfield.
Yeah.
So they're shading him to left field, to pull, and be a good time for Mr. Lavelle to go to right field. So Newinghouse misses down with a breaking ball for ball 1 of the at-bat. 1 ball, no strikes. Braden Harper waits on deck. 2 outs for the Wildcats, but the Bears have been able to push across 2 runs since they made that second out. So there's a called strike on the curveball from Newinghouse.
While he was warming up, he threw a lot of curveballs. I think he's kind of a breaking ball guy, it looks like.
An off-speed pitcher. So Newinghouse, 1-1 on Chris Lavelle. Here's the pitch. There's a foul back on another curveball.
Third straight breaking pitch.
Yeah.
He needs to spin one up there, just hang one there.
Just hang it and let Lavelle drive it. So 1 ball, 2 strikes on Chris Lavelle. 2 outs for the Wildcats here in the top of the 4th inning. Bears 3, Wildcats 0. Newinghouse comes set. Here's the pitch. Another breaking ball that misses up high. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
There was the spinner, but it wasn't a strike. It didn't really break much.
The Bears could really break this one open, Randy, with extra bases hit here. So we'll take a single too. So there's a hard ground ball that The third baseman moves over and makes a nice play behind the bag.
Backhanded it right on the line
so
and stepped on the bag.
really nice play by the third baseman, which is who?
Third base is Noah
Smith?
Yeah,
nice job by Noah Smith there. So the Bears get 2 runs in the top of the 4th inning, and they lead 3-0. We will be right back on NobleBears.tv.
Live stream their games, so family members across the country don't miss the action. We sponsor schools and colleges because your children deserve the best. Pioneer Cellular. It's no secret.
Stream with Oklahoma's #1 high school streaming service, Squirtle.tv. Find out more at Squirtle.com/stream.
At Maples Nixon Diesel Horse, we've helped a lot of people.
We are back in Shawnee, America, for the bottom of the 4th inning, between in the battle of the Wildcats and Bears. Bears were able to push 2 runs across on 3 hits in that top of the 4th inning. They had singles from Devin Knight, Bryson Carey, and Colin Fisher. So really nice job of the Bears, getting those base hits with 2 outs.
Hits.
Yeah,
yep,
which the
the
Bears
hits.
haven't done a great job of in the the very early parts of this season to this point. So it's good to see that the bats came alive, Randy. So.
Yep.
Well done by Noble
Bottom
Bears
of the order,
there.
too.
Yeah,
Bottom of the order was
you're
the
exactly
catalyst.
8, 9, and 3-hole got the 3 base knocks that inning. So 5 hits for the Bears and 3 runs. So the batter for the Piedmont Wildcats
Dax
is
Pretty,
Dax
DH.
Pretty, DH, and 4-hole hitter, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So Williams misses down for ball 1 of the at-bat. Williams gets a signal. Here's the pitch. Misses up high there. 2 balls, no strikes. That was pitch number what for Jake?
Jake is at 46 pitches now.
Okay. All right. Here's the pitch. There's a called strike on the outside. Oh, nope. I apologize. Called it a ball. So just a little bit off the plate.
You heard that roar, but I think that was a Bear parent,
Yeah.
and not the umpire, Scott. So
There's a called strike right down the middle on Pretty. So 3 balls, 1 strike, no outs for the Bears in the bottom of the 4th inning.
yeah, don't want to put this leadoff guy on. You want to, again, when you have a successful inning, you want to zero them.
Mm-hmm. Here's the pitch from Williams. Another strike on the outside half. Count goes full.
Come all the way back here.
Yeah. Pretty, number 29 for the Wildcats. Williams gets his sign. There's a leg kick. And there's a line drive into right field that Colin Thomas fields, gets back into Bryson Carey. So nice job of hitting there by Pretty.
Yep.
I should say a pretty piece of hitting there
Yeah.
by number 29 for the Wildcats. He'll stay at first base. So the Wildcats they're going to courtesy run for the young man. So they have the leadoff runner on. Running for him will be, I believe that's number 6.
Yeah.
So, and the batter for the Wildcats will be number
27, Miguel, the center fielder.
Yep, 27.
He struck out swinging his first time up.
Okay. Home plate umpire getting the substitution for the courtesy runner. Or I'm sorry, the pinch runner for Pretty.
So first Piedmont hit.
Yep. So 1 hit on the evening for the Wildcats, no runs. 1 error by the Wildcats, 1 error by the Bears. Williams has looked really good. Pitch count is right at 50, right?
Yeah, he's at 50 on the nose.
Okay. Thank you,
I
Randy.
didn't know you had that many fingers and toes, Scott.
I'm using everybody's up here. So. So Williams comes set, checks the runner, gets his sign. Here's the pitch, squares the bunt, pulls back, ball misses outside. So 1 ball, no strikes on Miggle.
Jake's got 4 strikeouts tonight in 3 innings. Two bases on balls, so throw over almost gets away.
Yeah, nice job by Colin just knocking that down, and he kind of squirted away from his glove, but not far enough for the runner to advance or anything like that. So try to give you guys a better view of the. There you go. Thank you, Randy.
Yeah, we need a camera. We got to hire a cameraman.
Miggle the batter for the Wildcats. 1 ball, no strikes. There's a ball that misses up high. 2 balls, no strikes. Number 27 for the Wildcats, Trey Miggle. Wildcats have the leadoff runner on here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Williams gets his sign, comes set, checks the runner. Here's the pitch. There's a long foul ball back over the third base dugout. And that's going to make the count 2 balls, 1 strike on Miggle. Jake checks the runner at first. Not getting a big lead or anything.
Not a big lead.
So no reason to throw over there. There's a ball that misses up high outside for ball 3. So Jake falls behind 3 balls, 1 strike to Miggle with a runner at first base. And as Randy mentioned, you know, you want to put a 0 up there after getting 2 runs in that top half of the 4th. So here's the pitch from Jake. It comes inside for ball 4 on Miggle. Harper calls timeout. He wants to go out and talk to Jake, get him to settle down a little bit, get on the same page.
Noah Smith's coming up, and all of a sudden we get tired and run at the plate. So we need a ground ball here, and
and
then we need to handle that ground ball.
Here comes Shane. He wants to talk to Jake as well, and
it's kind of a long inning. The last
it
inning.
was, and it's hard. It's hard for a pitcher. You know, it's not cold, but it's cool. You know, probably around 50 degrees out there, and that wind is gone. There is no, you know, just a light breeze now.
Flag has totally died.
Yeah, so no wind, and it's not cold, but it's cool. And Shane has his words with Jake and with Braden, and now we're just waiting on the Piedmont Wildcat base runners to get back in position. And the batter for the Piedmont Wildcats is going to be Noah Smith.
Noah Smith. He reached on hit a ball, a liner out into right, reached on an error.
Okay,
dropped the ball in right field there.
Thomas dropped, so.
So he's put the ball in play tonight, his only time up.
And if you can hear it in the background, that's the Piedmont Wildcat dugout. So
Smith
squares the bunt,
lays it
down, and the Bears are going to get that foul, keep it foul. Chris LaBelle comes up and grabs it. So nice pitch by Jake to get ahead in the count. No balls, 1 strike, no outs. You got to think they're going to keep that bunt on, Randy. So Harper's got to come out of the hole, and we had this situation last night. You know, the pitcher, Jake has third base line, Braden has the first base line, or Colin.
Most likely, unless they.
Yep. There's the square.
Yep.
And there's the pick, and they got him picked off. Don't run him towards third base. Chris Lavelle running him. Nice job by Bryson Carey. The Bears got him.
Good job.
Nice job by the Bears. Good pickoff. So that's a very important out. First out of the inning.
And what was that? A courtesy runner.
A courtesy runner. So if you can tell, Randy and I are not big fans of courtesy runners. So
except when the other team does it.
Yeah, exactly. So Bears get the all-important first out of the inning, and that sets up the double play here as well. So let's see if Jake can get a ground ball, and the Bears can roll that double play and get out of this bottom half of the fourth inning. There's a pitch and a long drive foul ball. That Carter Golish is going to move over to his right and make the catch.
Nice job, Carter.
Yeah, just nice job of getting over there and moving to his right and making that catch because that ball was hit a ton. So
it's a big ballpark.
It is. It is. And he's playing relatively shallow as well. So tremendous job by Carter Golish. Just continues to play stellar defense in center field. So nice job, Carter Golish. That's the second out of the inning. And that's going to bring to the plate number 23, Logan Hill for the Wildcats.
Hill grounded out his first time up.
There goes the runner, and they've got him. Harper is going to throw him out.
Nice job.
Nice job, Braden Harper and Cason Anglin. That's the third out of the inning.
Cason didn't even have to move his glove.
Yeah, so beautiful throw by Braden. Nice job, Bears. Wildcats get no runs in the bottom of the fourth inning after a single hit. And we will be right back on NobleBears.tv.
Our goal was to treat each and every person like a friend. And as a friend, we've got your back always. We understand what you're going through. Being lawyers is what we do, but it's not all that we are. We care. We'll stand beside you throughout the entire legal process, not just as lawyers, but as your friends. We are Maples, Nix, and Diesel Horst, and we are here to help.
We're back at Ed Skelton Field in Shawnee, Oklahoma, where the Bears lead 3-0. Coming to bat in the top of the fifth inning. And Bears with some timely hitting in the last inning, 3 two-out singles, and plated a couple of runs and chased the starter. So Jacob Neuenhaus comes in to work his second inning of work, and he'll face Braden Harper leading off, the Bears catcher who threw a seed to end the last inning right on the bag to catch Piedmont runner trying to steal second. So
I believe that was Miggle that he caught stealing.
Yeah,
so
Bears need to continue to add on here. There's a ground ball to third. It is foul ball.
And Coach Hughes wanted
he wanted that fair. Coach Hughes still thinks that's fair. He's pointing to where it bounced.
And, I mean,
it was close.
It was close. So, but, again, another breaking ball.
Yep. Yeah, looks like Neuenhaus is.
He's a spinner.
He's an off-speed guy. Yep. And, that makes some sense to bring in a guy like that. That's number 6, hit by pitch.
Man, and he had a streak going, Randy, where he didn't get hit. So
well, you want to get hit with those curve balls from these kind
of
soft throwers. That doesn't, you don't mind that too much. And no courtesy runner, Scott. So that brings up
That's
Cooper
not me
Nash.
clapping, Randy.
No.
Yes, it is. So, and then there goes the Wildcat outfielders moving,
pulling around, shallow and left. Center fielder's moved way over. That ball's behind Cooper. Ball 1. He wants a new piece of horsehide. He said there's something wrong with that one. So Harper on first, good speed. Cooper Nash at the plate. Cooper has grounded out twice. Hit kind of a soft grounder to second. The second baseman made a nice play on, and then he topped it back to the pitcher his second time up. So Cooper hadn't barreled it up too good tonight, but he's got a new pitcher to look at. Throw to first pushes Harper back. 1 ball, no strikes. to senior Cooper Nash. Another throw over. Newenhouse comes set. Another throw over, not in time. They must think Braden's going to go.
That used to be one of the better parts of his game, Randy. He taught. He
a
was,
little hit and run here wouldn't be a bad idea.
No.
Cooper can probably put the ball in play.
Yeah,
and
he does
even
it
if
really,
it's a
yeah.
ground out, Braden's going to get to second.
Mm-hmm. He learned a lot from a young man named Dustin Whitmire whenever Braden was a freshman and Dustin was a junior, and from A.J. Fisher and Braden Fisher and those guys, they taught him a lot about base running. So
there's a floater outside for ball 2 to Cooper Nash. That looked like that might have been a knuckler or something. So it
was just kind of dancing, wasn't it?
He's got a, yep.
Got an arsenal of off speed.
Arsenal of off speed, yeah. You watch him to 2 balls, no strikes. Ball's down. Cooper swings through it. Cooper doesn't have good bat speed right now.
No, he kind of looked like just.
Yeah.
It almost looked like it was kind of a hit and run swing. Just
Maybe.
kind of pushing the bat out there. So
needs to wait longer and then really rip on it. That ball's in for ball 3. 3 balls and a strike. That's the thing about hitting those breaking balls, and they are hard to hit. A lot of guys can hit fastballs. A lot of guys in majors can hit fastballs, but not breaking balls. But key is waiting and seeing it as long as you can. He pops that one to left, and it's going to make the Bear dugout. Full count. A lot of good breaking ball pitchers go the other way, or hitters go the other way because they see the ball longer.
Mm-hmm. And they wait,
and that's okay.
Just kind of push it to the
what
opposite
you want.
field.
Yeah, snap that bat head through there, and
that would be a great thing right now with Cooper Nash being a left-handed batter.
And the left field line wide open.
Whoa!
There's another way outside. So it's base on balls. Newenhouse having some control problems here. He's hit 1, walked 1. Colin Thomas up. Colin 0 for 2 tonight. Pair of strikeouts. Coach Hughes come down, gives him a word of encouragement. While catcher Harriger has a little talk with pitcher Jacob Newenhouse.
Yes, sir. Newenhouse.
So nobody out. Bears threatening again with runners at first and second in the top half of the 5th, leading 3-0. Squares to bunt, does not get there. Throw down, and they got him. He got a secondary lead there, and when Coach Hughes is calling timeout, he wants to go talk about that. He thinks he missed the tag. The throw was there in time, but he very well may have missed the tag. It's hard to see from here. All right, so Coach Hughes has had his say. So we got 1 out now with Cooper Nash still on first base. Colin Thomas at the plate. He's ahead, 1 ball, no strikes. Or is it 0-1? I think they called that a strike, which I don't know why he didn't go ahead and bunt it. It looked pretty good. Looked like a strike, but
did they have the bunt and run on there? Okay.
Well, he squared the bunt, but he pulled back, and that kind of left Braden hanging out there.
Was it a bad? I missed the pitch altogether.
I think the pitch was a strike. I mean, I thought it was a strike, and Colin pulled off of it. Now he's down 0-2 after swinging through that pitch. So a little bit of a mistake by not going ahead and trying to get that ball down there. Get him to second and third there's a line drive base hit. That's going to fall.
Job CT.
So nice recovery. So the Bears are back to first and second with one out now.
But they should have the
single.
bases loaded.
Yep. So Devin Knight comes up. Devin is struck out swinging and ripped a hard single to right, which was good to see. Devin looks like he's a little bit of a streak hitter, and maybe he's getting back on a good streak because he was hot, red hot down in Florida. One out. Bears have runners at first and second. Nash at second. Thomas at first. Good speed. And there's another line drive, and they've got us doubled off. Nope.
Oh.
First baseman was
Good job,
not on
CT.
the bag, and Colin got back in under it.
That's going to bring a visit from the Piedmont head coach.
Mm-hmm.
So while they're visiting about that, Randy, I'll let you know that we are up to 540 viewers this
All
evening.
right.
So thank you, everyone, for joining us on NobleBears.tv on this Friday evening. We are in Shawnee, Oklahoma at Ed Skelton Memorial Ballpark. And the Bears are up 3-0 on the Piedmont Wildcats at this time and looking for more.
A little bit of bad luck there. Devin hit that ball on the nose right at the second baseman. Or we'd have another run right now. But brings up Bryson Carey. Bryson struck out his first time up and got his first hit as a varsity player. Well, a 2-out single in the third. So Bryson stands in with 2 out again, and he takes ball 1 high and away. So here again, need to roll that lineup over, Bryson. Newenhouse struggling with his control. He's 10 strikes, 9 balls. 1 ball, no strike, 2 out. That ball's outside for ball 2. Fastball there.
Yeah, the Wildcat pitching hasn't been what I expected this evening, Randy.
Yeah,
Akron was, all over the place, and his ball-to-strike ratio was really high as well.
Yeah,
so.
he had more balls than strikes by the time he left.
Okay.
2-0. There's a fly ball into center, sinking. Second baseman back to get it. So Bryson puts it in play, but got under it.
Yep.
So Bears leave
2 runners.
Leave 2 runners on. Had some opportunities there again, but a little bit of bad luck. And so they strand 2 in the top of the 5th. So we're going to go to the bottom of the 5th, and Jake Williams coming back out for his 5th inning of work. He'll face the bottom of the Piedmont order. So we're going to go to a break here and come back and join us here for the bottom of the 5th. Bears leading 3-0.
We'll be right back on NobleBears.tv.
Is it time for your school or business to purchase a new phone system? Give the experts at Versatile Networks a call. In most cases, we can provide a phone system with brand new phones for less than your current monthly bill. Call us for a free quote today.
Allegiant Marketing Group produces inbound lead generation for our clients through integrated traditional and digital campaigns. We continuously develop new strategies, tactics, and productive efficiencies so you can reach your target market and get a measurable return on investment. This fast-paced world demands for your products and services.
So welcome back to Shawnee, where the Bears lead the Piedmont Wildcats 3-0, going to the bottom half of the 5th inning. Jake Williams has gone the distance for the Bears on the mound, giving up only 1 hit. And he faces the bottom of the Piedmont order, Logan Hill, the second baseman, 7-hole hitter, Cole Gerard on deck, and Jackson Harriger, the catcher, in the hole. There's a line drive down the left field for strike 1, foul ball.
Had the Piedmont third base coach ducking for cover there, Randy.
He's going to be waving the white flag down there. Jake gets out in front. Logan Hill, the second base, he grounded out his first time up.
Oh,
He smokes one there to left, deep left field. Nash is back, and he does not make the play. It's way out there, and I couldn't tell if he got a glove on it.
He did.
Just kind of a drop again.
But he was running back towards to his right, and the ball kind of tailed away from him. I mean, he gloved it, but at the same time, it was a well hit ball. So
Yeah.
it'll probably go down as an error, but
He gave it a ride.
yeah.
But got to come up with those. Got to start coming up with those plays. I mean,
Yeah.
So he cruises into second.
And I think that ball, honestly, Randy, if it's a little bit warmer outside and about 70 degrees, that ball is out of here. So
Cole Girard up, the first baseman. He takes high for ball one. Girard flied out to Carter Golish his first time up.
So they scored that in error, Randy.
Yeah. I did too.
Okay.
There's a good pitch. Does not get the call. I don't know, Scotty. Sometimes these umps get that coffee can strike zone late in games sometimes. 2 balls, no strikes. Piedmont has their leadoff man on second after reaching on a 2-base error. Hill, the second baseman, getting the lead at second, and Cole Girard, first baseman for Piedmont, is at the plate, heading to count 2-0. And there's a ball in the dirt. It's 3-0. So we talked about this Jake's first start, so it's obviously his longest outing of the year. He may be getting a little winded out there, Scott.
Well, and we've had a couple long innings before he's gone back out there, so.
Ball 4 on 4 pitches. And we got Harper coming out to visit with Jake a little bit. So Jake struggled a little bit last inning, kind of got bailed out by a pickoff. And so first 2 have reached 2 innings in a row now for Piedmont. So Jackson Harriger, the catcher, stands in. Harriger flied out his first time up. He squares to bunt. He gets it down. Jake's over to get it. Throw to first. He beats it out. Good speed by Harriger. So Bears are in. Got some trouble brewing here. Nobody out, bases loaded, and top of the order, Cole Riggs. Cole has grounded out and struck out looking. And Bears up 3-0, and we've left some guys on base tonight, Scotty. 9.
Wow.
Hope that doesn't come back bite us, because we sure could have been tacking some on. Timeout called by Riggs. Riggs 0 for 2 tonight. Jake Williams looking in for the sign. Bases are loaded. There's a called strike.
Good pitch, Jake.
Outside corner. Need a pop up in one of those $1 million hops to short for a double play.
Line drive, double them up, something like that.
Yeah, those line drives make me nervous. I'd rather have a pop-up. He fouls that one straight back. But I will take it if it comes.
Yeah.
If it's right at us.
I'll take a hard ground ball back to Jake Williams. He comes home, and then they go to first for the second out, too.
0-2.
Double 'em up.
So Jake's working ahead here. No balls, 2 strikes to leadoff man Cole Riggs. There's a ground ball to short in the hole. Long throw. He beats it out, and a run scores. So he hit it in a perfect place there. Anglin did a good job getting to the ball, but just a long throw from the hole. So another infield single. So it's 3-1 Bears, and still nobody out with the bases loaded. And 2-hole hitter Gabe Clyden up. He has walked twice, Scott.
Oh, wow. Okay.
There's high ball 1. I can't tell if Bears got anybody warming up down there. Doesn't look like it. So 3 hits now for Piedmont, 2 of them infield hits. There's a pop-up to the right side, very shallow. Second baseman carryover. Good job, Bryson Carey. Makes that play behind first base, which is always the second baseman's ball. So good job, freshman Bryson Carey over there. And that gets the first out, and all the runners have to stay put.
Well, we had that exact same play, Randy, in Florida last week.
Did not make that
and we
play.
didn't make that play. So great job, Bryson Carey. So well done, young man.
Weston Thomas is up. He is 0 for 2. He has struck out swinging and looking. He's a 3-hole hitter. He takes strike 1. Good curveball there by Jake. No balls in the strike. Bases loaded. Bears up 3-1 in the bottom of the 5th. Jake Williams comes in, misses outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. One and one. Jake Williams trying to work out of a jam. There's a ball on the outside corner, strike 2. Good pitch, good place for it. Little breaking pitch.
Yeah, Braden, did a nice job of framing it and turning it in there for the home plate umpire. So good pitch, Jake Williams.
So 1 and 2. There's a foul ball, another breaking pitch. Thomas fights it off. Still 1 ball, 2 strikes. Umpire needs some baseballs. Thomas up again. He is 0 for 2 tonight. On deck, Pretty, who has 1 hit in 2 at-bats. Big spot here. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Jake ahead in the count. Just misses outside with a fastball. 2-2. There's a fly ball down the left field line, foul. So we'll do 2-2 again. So Jake's at 75 pitches, 42 strikes. Needs another one right here.
Let's go, Jake.
Comes set. And there's a little looper over kind of in no man's land. It falls. 1 run is in. They're sending the runner from third, plays it to plate. Oh, believe the ball was in time, but it short hopped Harper a little bit there, and it's kind of tough to handle. So that ties the game. Ball hit just out of reach of both the right fielder, Thomas, and second baseman Carey. And that ties the ball game up at 3, and the Bears are not out of the woods yet. Runners at second and third with cleanup man Pretty up.
It's just a little bloop single, Randy, kind of like, we had yesterday afternoon at Bigsby and
Yep.
against Bigsby, and
Just hit it, didn't hit the ball hard, didn't hit it well, but it's going to show up as a single, and he'll move to second on the throw home. And again, just a short hop at home, and which is, man, that's just hard when somebody's bearing down on you. You want to give them a big old hop or on the fly, and Braden just wasn't able to come up with it.
can't leave anything elevated here, Randy.
Misses up there. That's the 4th hit for the Wildcats tonight. Bears have 6.
Got to tighten it up here and find a way to get an out. Find a way to get 2 outs.
Yep. There's a ground ball to Lovell. Looks the runner back at second. The runner's going to score, and then runner move from second moves on to third. But so with that, Piedmont takes the lead.
Just kind of out of nowhere, Randy.
Yep.
I mean, their bats were quiet all night long.
You drop the ball in left.
Yep.
You walk, and then you're nobody out, nobody on, nobody out, 2 on, and so Bears got 2 down. Here's a high fastball, misses. Thomas at third, and at the plate, Trey Mingle, the center fielder. He is 0 for 1. He's struck out and walked tonight. Ball 2 is low and away. Thomas takes the lead at third. Jake looks in. Ball 3. So he falls behind 3-0, and this might be his last hitter if he doesn't get him, Scott.
What's his pitch count?
He's at 81, but he's really struggling.
Yeah.
.30 pitch to 5th hole hitter Miggle. That's in there for a strike.
Got to find a way to get a ground ball, get that third out, pop fly, something. Devin's playing kind of shallow, and
there's a fly ball into left field. Nash coming over, and he drops it. Run scores, and Miggle goes into second. Second error of the inning by left fielder Cooper Nash.
That run could be huge, Randy.
So Eric Hughes makes his way to the mound. Piedmont's going to have Miggle on second with 2 out. And coming up is Noah Smith, the third baseman. He has reached on an error and flied out. 3 Bear errors tonight. And that's going to be all for Jake. No wind out there.
Jace.
So Jace Kelly's coming in to relieve. Jace relieved yesterday in the game against Bixby. Left-hander. So, game's not over. But, boy, 9 left on base for the Bears, only 3 for Piedmont. That's the difference in the game right now.
Yeah.
That and defense.
Well,
heck of a game. Jake Williams picked a heck of a
Jake
game.
threw a heck of a game.
He should be leading 3-0 right now.
Yep, I completely agree. Those 3 errors, all 3 on the Bear outfield, 1 on Colin Thomas, 2 on Cooper Nash. We just gotta, we gotta cut those down and just cut them completely out of our defense. And
yeah, and first ball he's going back on. That's to Nash, but gets his glove on. It looks like he's there. The second one, that was a can of corn. That was a lollipop.
Got to make that catch, and Cooper knows that. So.
Yep.
So where are the Wildcats in their lineup? About 6 holes?
So Noah Smith, third baseman's up. He's reached on an error. He reached on the error to right field, and he's flied out. So Jace Kelly in, got a chance to hold him here, and Bears got 6 more outs to work with. And they've been putting men on base. Just got to finish it.
Yep.
So important to tack on. You get a lead, you got to keep tacking it on.
You got to put you got to put your foot on their throat.
That's right.
And put them away.
Step on their neck.
Yeah, you can't let them hang around. These teams that we're playing, Randy, are just too talented. And, all these kids nowadays play travel ball in the summer. So it's not like it's,
a lot of familiarity.
Yeah, absolutely.
So 2 out, Jace Kelly. It's his job to be the fireman here and put the fire out. So
let's go, Jace. Do your job, Wills. Need 1 out, son.
all right, so the Bears got to keep their dauber up here. Game's not over. Let's get out of here and go hit. Got the top of the order coming up for the Bears. If we can get out of here without further damage, we got a good shot to get back in this thing. There's strike 1. Good job, Jace, getting on top. To Noah Smith, third baseman. Noah's made a couple nice plays on defense over there tonight. Curveball in for strike 2. I guess it was low. I told you I was going to call him early. Well, you never know. This guy, he waits about 3 seconds.
Yeah, he does. He's definitely got a delay.
We need to know, pal.
Yeah.
Give us a sign. 1 ball, 1 strike. Good shot on the outside corner. Strike.
Good pitch.
1 ball, 2 strikes. Jace Kelly coming in, trying to get out of here without any further damage. Bears have 3 runs on 6 hits, 3 errors. Wildcats have 5 runs on 4 hits and 1 error. There's a ground ball. Oh, my goodness. Lovell was moving to third because
had the hit and run on.
And he hits it right where Chris left. So for a base hit into left, and that drives home another run. Noah Smith with a single. 6-3 Piedmont, and that Piedmont dugout is really barking over there right now. Logan Hill, second baseman, comes up. He is grounded out and reached on an error. I believe he led this inning off with the fly ball that was dropped out and left. There's strike 1. So Piedmont's batted around in the bottom of the 5th. They've got 6 runs on the board. Jace Kelly You know, Jace did a good job. Got the ground ball. But
Yeah.
good call over there by the Piedmont coach. Got to hand it to him.
Well, a nice job of hitting by the
Yep.
the batter as well. He just put it exactly where Chris was, and
2 balls, no strikes. Good looking curveball there. I don't know where that pitch was. Called for ball 3.
I think Braden's asking where the
I think
the
it
pitch
was such a good curveball the umpire couldn't even believe it.
Yeah, that's a strike. I mean,
3-0. I mean, that was right down the middle. Thigh high. There's a shot down the left field line by Lovell. Nash over to get it, throws it into third. Ball bounces off the runner, but so it's a double, a 2-out double there by Logan Hill. And Scott, what Piedmont's doing right now is exactly what we talked about. They are stepping on the neck.
Yep.
I mean,
You're
they're
exactly right.
I mean, this is what you do, right?
Yeah.
You get a team down a little bit, and you just don't let up, and that's what's happening. So 2 out, 6-3, 6 runs here for Piedmont in the bottom of the 5th. Runner still at second and third. Bears not out of the woods yet. Cole Gerard, 8-hole hitter up. He is the 11th batter of the inning for Piedmont. He swings through strike 1. No balls, 1 strike.
Keep
2 men
working,
out.
Jace.
Ball on the outside corner, called strike 2. Good job, Braden Harper, framing that one up. So 0-2. Sets up away, misses up, does Kelly. 1 ball, 2 strikes to 8-hole hitter Cole Gerard. Gerard is flied out and walked. He walked earlier this inning. There's a curveball on the inside, just missed.
Good pitch by Jace, though.
Yep. Gerard walked after the first error of this inning and scored. Ball's up for ball 3. So he's run the count to full. Jace Kelly with runners at second and third needs to find strike 3 right here. And he does. So Kelly strikes out Gerard swinging. But Piedmont gets 6 in the bottom of the 5th on 5 hits, 2 bare errors, and send 11 men to the plate, Scotty. So going to the top of the 6th, and the Bears trail 6-3. But we're at the top of the order, and it's time to this is character check time, right?
For sure.
So this is where you build your character right here. So Bears are going to come back here in the 6th, and we're going to see if we can put a lump on this pitcher here.
Mm-hmm. Let's get them bats going, and we will be right back on NobleBears.tv.
To be presented at the moment your buyers need them. Targeted and innovative marketing creates your success. Call AMG today, your marketing partner.
Dr. Matt Dieselhorst at Dieselhorst Sports and Orthopedics can help you get game day ready. Dr. Dieselhorst works with athletes of all ages, taking a coordinated approach to accelerate return to play and maximize athletic performance. His work with pros in sports training, injury prevention, bracing, functional rehabilitation, and imaging works seamlessly with his medical and surgical expertise. Get started by going to Dieselhorst Sports and Orthopedics. Let Dr. Matt Dieselhorst get you back on the field, backing all Oklahoma athletes on the field and off.
Support your school's booster club and get your business in front of thousands of potential customers. Talk about a win-win. Advertising packages start on this streaming station for less than $10 a game. Call 405-726-0835 or email adam@squirtle.com right now for more information.
It's no secret Pioneer Cellular cares about the students of our communities because we're in your communities with more retail locations than any other carrier in Western Oklahoma. It's no secret that we provide opportunities for students to learn remotely with distance learning plans and MiFi devices.
Okay, we are back in Shawnee, America, and Ethan Nawaz is the new pitcher for the Piedmont Wildcats after the 6-run bottom of the 5th inning for the Wildcats on 6 hits. So the Wildcats' bats came alive in that bottom half of the 5th inning, and Nawaz is set for the first pitch. There's a ball that Carter Golish fouls straight back.
Carter 1 for 1, walked twice. He's been on base all 3 times tonight. So
Okay. Keep getting on base. That's what you want from your leadoff. We need exactly that right here. So there's a ground ball down the first base line that goes foul. So Nawaz is going to be ahead. No balls, 2 strikes. Coach Hughes giving some words of encouragement to Carter. There's a ball that misses out and outside. First ball of the at-bat, so 1 ball, 2 strikes on center fielder for the Bears, number 7, Carter Golish. Here's the pitch. Comes inside, misses.
he tried to wear it.
Yep.
Without being too obvious.
So that's going to push the count to 2 balls and 2 strikes on Golish. Need your leadoff on here, Randy. There's a fly ball into deep right field. That
Got under it just a bit.
Riggs is going to settle underneath and make the catch for the first out of the inning for the Wildcats. And that will bring to the plate number 10 for your Bears, junior Kason Anglin.
Kaysen has reached on an error on a bunt in the first and struck out looking and has walked. So he had a bases loaded walk, I believe. Drove in a run there.
Swings through that first pitch. No balls, 1 strike on Anglin. Got to battle up here, boys. Got to keep swinging it.
Pops it up.
Yep. Pops it up on the infield under the second baseman's underneath it for the second out of the inning for the Wildcats. 2 outs. And that's going to bring to the plate number 18, junior Colin Fisher.
Collins grounded out, walked, and singled.
Had the RBI single, right?
Mm-hmm.
Misses inside. First ball of the at-bat. Here's the pitch. Misses outside for ball 2. There's a ball fouled back. 2 balls, 1 strike. Thought they were kind of pitching around Colin for a moment, Randy, but he came in,
Came in there with
that one. So here's the pitch. There's another foul ball over the third base dugout into foul territory. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs for the Wildcats in the top of the 6th inning. Bears down to their final 4 outs. Got to get the bats hot right now. There's a ground ball that is going to be foul down the first base line. First baseman moves over into foul territory, fields it. Collins going to get another opportunity here. Count remains at 2-2. Pitcher gets his sign. Here's his windup. There's the pitch. Misses up high and away. 3 balls, 2 strikes.
That a boy, need a base runner here.
Yeah. Yes, we do. Here's the pitch. There's the walk.
Ball
Colin Fisher draws the base on balls. He'll go down to first base. Reaches base for the 4th time this evening. And that's going to bring to the plate senior number 8, Chris Lavelle.
Chris is 1 for 3. Hit into a fielder's choice his last time up. Hit that ball right down the third base line.
Yeah.
With the bases loaded, and third baseman made a nice play. Ball's up.
Yep, misses up, and ball 1 of the at-bat.
In the last scrimmage of the year, Chris kind of planted one over the left field wall here in this very ballpark.
Yeah,
I'd kind of like to see that again here.
Wouldn't hurt my feelings, Randy.
No pressure.
Misses up high there. 2 balls, no strikes, 2 outs for the Wildcats here in the top of the 6th inning. Braden Harper waits on deck. Colin Fisher at first. Chris Lavelle, your batter. What's the young man's pitching's name? Nunez?
Nawaz. Ethan Nawaz.
Okay.
First inning of work.
Nawaz behind in the count. 2 balls, no strikes. Got to think, got a big green light here for Chris Lavelle. Misses outside, Nawaz does. 3 balls, no strikes. Got to have base runners.
Yeah, don't help him.
They've really got Chris shaded to left field, so there's a called strike. 3 balls, 1 strike.
I got to believe Chris had the take sign there because, boy, that was fat.
Mm-hmm. Chris steps back in the box, gets ready for the pitch. Nawaz gets his sign from his catcher, looks over, checks the runner, Colin Fisher at first, comes set. Here's the pitch. Misses outside, ball 4. So back-to-back walks for Nawaz. And that's going to bring to the plate senior, number 16, Braden Harper.
Braden has flied out. He's walked, and he's been hit by a pitch. Represents the tying run.
They've still got Braden shaded to left as well, so the center fielder hasn't moved an inch. And it's going
Coach coming out.
Yeah,
he's being driven crazy over there. 2 out, 3-run lead, and can't throw a strike. So
he's going to go out and talk to the young man.
He's going to get a little do-better talk.
Yep. So Collins at second base. Colin Fisher is. Chris Lavelle at first. And the Bears are down 6-3 in the top of the 6th inning. Trying to push a couple more runs across the plate.
Important to get one here, so you don't have to go into the last inning, make the whole thing up. But we talked about this. This is character time here.
Mm-hmm. Long visit by the Piedmont pitching coach. He's done, though, with his conversation with Nawaz. The Piedmont infielders hustle back to their spots, and we're ready for the at-bat to begin for senior, number 16, Braden Harper. Third baseman playing really deep. First baseman playing really deep. The entire Piedmont infield playing really deep. So
don't want a grounder to get through here.
No. Left fielder playing kind of shallow. Harper calls timeout. Nawaz back on the rubber. Gets his sign from his catcher. Comes set. There's a line drive single
Base
in
hit.
the left field. That's not going to score the run, but it's going to load the bases for the Bears. And Harper's on base.
First pitch.
Yep. So Nawaz will look over to the dugout, and they've got a run. They've got another pitcher warming up down there, down the right field line. The Wildcats do, Randy. So it doesn't look like Nawaz wants to stay in the game. So
Yeah.
I mean,
looks like Savageau's got up there.
Oh, is that Max?
23, yeah.
Yeah, Max going to hit for Cooper.
Cooper.
So Max Savageau, Jr., number 23 for your Noble Bears, will be the batter. Nawaz. Harper stays on the run. Lavelle at second. Fisher at third. Here's the pitch from Nawaz. There's a called strike that looked a little bit inside, but
a little low.
Yeah, so Nawaz gets his sign. He's
Bases
going out of
loaded.
the windup. Bases loaded for the Bears. The ball's down in the dirt. Breaking ball. Evens the count at 1. Fisher at third. Lavelle at second. Harper at first. Max Savageau, Jr., your batter for the Bears. Throws behind Savageau. Pushes the count to 2 balls and 1 strike.
You know, after getting 2 quick outs, Nawaz has really lost his delivery, his release point here.
I thought the young man was ready to come out, Randy. I mean, he continues to look over to the Piedmont dugout. And there,
yeah, you don't like to see that in your relief pitcher.
Here's the pitch from Nawaz. Max swings through. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs for the Wildcats. So good pitch from Nawaz there. Bases juiced for the Bears.
Oh, that ball's outside.
So Nawaz gets the call there on the outside corner for out number 3 as Savageau goes down looking.
And that's 12 runners left on base for the Bears, Scott.
Yeah.
And
So
they're calling.
I think that's going to be
they're calling the game. We're at time limit.
Yeah. So Piedmont Wildcats defeat the Noble Bears 6-3 here in Shawnee this evening on a Friday night. That's going to do it for us. So we will be back here shortly to do a short recap of the game. Come right back and join us on NobleBears.tv.
We also help these schools live stream their games, so family members across the country don't miss the action. We sponsor schools and colleges because your children deserve the best. Pioneer Cellular. It's no secret.
Stream with Oklahoma's #1 high school streaming service, Squirtle.tv. Find out more at squirtle.com/stream.
At Maples Nixon Diesel Horse, we've helped a lot of people, and our goal was to treat each and every person like a friend. And as a friend, we've got your back always. We understand what you're going through. Being lawyers is what we do, but it's not all that we are. We care. We'll stand beside you throughout the entire legal process, not just as lawyers.
Okay, welcome back to Shawnee, Oklahoma. The Bears go down in defeat to the Piedmont Wildcats 6-3. The Bears had 3 runs on 7 hits, 3 costly errors by the Bears this evening, all 3 in the outfield. So that those outfield errors have reared their ugly head again, Randy. And the Wildcats had 6 runs on 6 hits and a single error for the Wildcats this evening. So what you want to recap the pitching and hitting for the Bears and the Wildcats real quick, Randy?
Yeah, so really the ball game really turned on that bottom of the 5th. Bears go in leading 3-0, and Jake Williams is pretty well cruising, but a couple of errors in that inning, and Jake's making his first start of the year and probably getting a little fatigued, and next thing you know, we got all kinds of trouble. Difference in this ball game is 12 runners left on base by the Bears and only 5 left on base by the Wildcats. But, Bears did some good things early. got some good 2-out clutch hits. Kind of leading on offense tonight. No Bear had more than one hit, but Carter Golish was on base all.
As was Colin.
And Colin 1 for 2, drove in a run. Kaysen Anglin was 0 for 3, but had an RBI on a bases loaded walk. Lovell had a 1 for 3. Colin Thomas was 1 for 3. Braden was 1 for 2. Reached base 3 times, 3 out of 4 times. No extra base hits, all singles. So, left a lot of guys on base tonight. But feel bad for Jake Williams. Jake pitched a good ball game. Pitched well enough to win.
He did.
You know?
He absolutely pitched well enough to win.
He struck out 5, gave up 4 hits, walked 3, 2 runs earned, 2 earned runs. But Bears score 3. Jake gives up 2 earned. We should win that ball game.
Yep, you're exactly right.
Not counting the 12 men left on base.
Yeah. So
Jake takes his first loss of the year against 1 win. He's 1-1. Bears fall to 6-6, and this one hurts.
Yeah,
Scotty.
it stings a little bit.
Yep.
So, okay. Well, thank you, Randy.
Yep.
And I'll leave it at this. My recap of this, or my thoughts on this particular game and just this tournament in general. At some point, every single Bear over there in that dugout has to look themselves in the eye and decide how bad they want it. And they got to have better effort. They got to have better performances when the game's, whenever runners are in scoring position. They got to play better defense. They got to have timely hitting. And I'll leave it at that. And
all things they're capable of doing
they're
because they've done it
capable
before.
of it. Yep.
But baseball's one of those games. It's about managing failure, and because you fail more than you don't in baseball,
for sure.
At least particularly at the plate.
Yep.
And it's why I really love this game, and that that's what life's about, man. It's about, okay, it doesn't matter what just happens. What are you going to do next?
Yep, exactly.
And at some point, these guys are going to decide we're going to start playing ball like we know we can. I believe they will.
Yeah, I do too.
So that's what there's always tomorrow, and there's tomorrow, and got to strap it on tomorrow playing Choctaw at Choctaw.
And Choctaw is a very good ball club. We all know that. We saw it firsthand, a couple weeks ago when they came to our place and put it on us. So go home tonight, get a good night's rest, get some food in your belly, come back ready to, with fire in your pants tomorrow. So hopefully we can get a W tomorrow as we take on Choctaw at 2 p.m., I believe, 2 or 2:30. We'll get that updated out there on Twitter and on Facebook. So we thank you. Over 500 people tuned in this evening for the game between the Bears and the Wildcats. We hope everybody makes it home safely. Safe travels to both the Bears and the Wildcats as they head home. And we thank you, each and every one of you, for tuning in this evening. We'll talk to you guys tomorrow. Have a good evening. Double Bears out. Go Bears.
As your friends, we are Maples, Nix, and Diesel Horst.